So can you guys hear my voice? I don't know. Basically, I'm modeling cars using TTS headers. Why it is important? Because you see, we have a lot of distorted reflection here. So by using real-time reflection, we can refine it. And especially if you exporting to marmoset, this reflection will be bothering so much. So you can see here. The flow is stopped here, so I need to make some. Back to the max. Yeah, man, Salim, it's the ultimate way to doing cars. I know you're working on Forza, right? Golden age of the car when modeling cars limited to 30,000 triangle. So we really care about the triangulation so much, but no more today because I believe like Gran Turismo Sport or something is about 100,000 something. So we don't really care about the poly count and triangulation, right? So yeah. So basically, why this is important because you see, we have a compressed reflection here. So we have some walks here. Basically, compressed reflection like this is fine because another game engine maybe can compromise with it, but I don't know, like a marmoset or something. But like this triangulation, it looks really bad here. See, so we need to find out. I guess it's the so you can go to the edge and let's see the turn. See, as I predicted, the turn line here is going wrong, so we need to make it uniform. It's still okay. I gonna it's isolate. If you still see something distorted like this, so it's a time for gunsighting. Wait a second. Or maybe it's because it's having the smoothing group, so I'm gonna edit it with another. See, I apply another smoothing group here, so it's not sharing smoothing group, so it's more cleaner reflection. You can see. Oh yeah, we can chamfer it if, but I don't know. I'm quite cheap on the triangle because first it's heavy and sometimes make it some trouble when you UV the unwrap. So yeah, I mean it's depend if you're going really close with, I don't know, I can show the, it's really obvious that that different smoothing group really ugly. So maybe I'm gonna chamfer it. I don't know. There's so many tricks like these parts. I have a chamfer here. Wait, I need to see back and forth with the comment here because I cannot hear your voice. Oh yeah. Anyway, do you know how to remove this layer here? Because as I remember in back in Mac 2014 something, this layer panel is not here, right? Why is it's so annoying here? So I cannot get like full screen. Let's try. Let's not click here. We have more cleaner reflection here. So maybe I will keep the chamfer here. I don't know. Maybe. Yep, I won't. Actually, just testing. I didn't know that Facebook you can share a screen like this. I thought it's only live camera because I tried on Google Hangout. It's quite heavy. I'm not sure why, but my connection keep disconnected. So yeah, maybe you can try next time. Anyway, for you guys wondering what the hell is this reflection that I'm working with, so it's a node plugin. So let's see. We have a new material here. You can go get material. There is a directX shader. You can go here. So after you apply here like this, and you can choose standard effect 11, I guess. So let's apply here. So, so this is how it looks, and go to the reflection. So basically this address here is the default when you open this effect. So you will find snow. So let's take it. Snow keep map. It's a default, and you need to apply reflection. You can walking with it while you're doing model. Whatever you want. Yeah, man. Maybe we can try Google Hangout sometimes, Salim, because the live is quite one-sided, so we cannot talk each other, right? It's weird when you speak to yourself. And also when I'm doing some pulling fairpiece here and there, definitely the curve will be distorted. That's why I keep the line here. You can see I still have a line. It's to keep the guide. So I can always see after I move it, the fairpiece here and there, it's moved. So I can move it back following the curve to make sure it's all smooth. Same with the on spoiler here. No. When usually when you're moving the fairpiece, you didn't realize it. It's slightly changed, and when it's slightly moved, the reflection gonna broken. That's why you need to go back to the curve here. So the basic rules of the reflection here. If wait a second, you have to make it even square for everything, so your reflection will be clean. So you see some strange distortion here. Basically, the uh, default 3D Max DirectX shader is super sensitive, overly sensitive, because when you're throwing it out to marmoset, it's not gonna this distortion, not gonna extreme like this. Bad forgiving, but in 3D Max, it's quite sensitive. So you still can work with it. Let's see. I'm gonna turn. Notice how the reflection change when the turn is changed. See, it's too glossy here, so I need to reduce the reflection a little bit. Okay, now it's more of me. Gun sighting. So gun sighting basically is like you see the curve, the line here from the top or from the perspective, it looks fine, but on the reflection it's distorted, right? You can see it's this. Sorry, it's distorted. So the gun sighting here is very useful. So basically, like aiming the gun from some certain angle, you can see it's not really straight. Example, this vertex. From the front, it looks fine, but when you look from certain angle, you see it's not aligned. So we need to move it a little bit until it's super straight. That's why it takes sometimes the model car when hard surface, but it's what so you keep looking from certain angle, like the curve here and the curve here. It looks fine, but when you see from gun sighting, it looks not even. So we can change this the screen axis and if we you see the distance here and the distance here is not aligned, so we can make it slightly slanted. So your reflection gonna be perfect. You can see these edges, this and this from perspective view, it looks fine. But if you try to gun sighting it, it looks wobbly. So I need to constrain it to the edges. So I assign it to the screen shortcut, but I'll show you anyway the button here. So you see the edges here is not in line. So I need to consider it again. I see like this line. This line looks fine from perspective, but when you see on certain angles, it looks so messy. So yeah, that's gunsighting basically. Yeah, there is another thing called polygon massage. Examples like the vertex here. If I'm trying to pushing it down, maybe it's gonna too much. It's going to be too much pulling here, so I'm gonna constrain it to the edge. So I'm not gonna pushing it down, but I'm gonna pulling back and forth. Remember, it's constrained to the edge, so it will be still on the edge on this edge. By pulling it back and forth, you're gonna make it smooth and not gonna too much pulling. So you're basically massaging the surface here. So you push, push, push. That's why it's kind of like a massage. First here is quite fine, so I'm gonna push in everything. It's any deformation. Not that good. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the reflection. Once of the comment, maybe just join Fahad. Okay, so basically the real-time reflection is a default since 3D Max as I know, but not much of you guys knowing how to apply. So let's say I will open new material here, go to the get material. There is a reflection called directX shader. This is default. This is come with the 3D Max package and Maya maybe. Basically, so you choose directX shader. So you open this new material slot here. if you didn't do any modification on your 3D Max and doing standard installation, you go to the program files, you click here. That is effects called standard effect 11. The old one is standard effect, I guess, but you can use standard effect 11. It's like this. I'm gonna assign to the flare fender here the site. It looks like this now. And on the reflection slot, click it, go to the up directory. You can find snow snow cube map. Snow cube map is a default, so I didn't do any plugin installation or something like that. It's come with the 3D Max. Just open it. But now you still can't see because you have to activate the reflection here. Reflection enable, yes. Now you can see the reflection. The format is DDS, so you can find another image on internet. So far the format is the correct one. Also, you can assign normal map if you're working with normal map video games model like that. You can have a specular map, normal map, and so on. Parallax, whatever you can find here. I hope it's happy. Also, you can see the reflection is distorted here. One of the reason is, oh shit, it's too reflective. I'm gonna reduce. Okay, it's reduced a little bit because of the triangulation. We have reflection is here, so I'm gonna do the same. Yeah, the DDS reflection shader is a standard with 3D Max plugin needed. So you can see triangulation here. Triangulation is a bad enemy for reflection. So I'm gonna make it back to quad. Yes. So alright guys, it's 2:30 here in Tokyo. So thank you for joining me. See you next time.